Good morning, and welcome to this wonderful time of meditation. Good morning to all of you online. It is so wonderful to see you. Well, notice that you're there, even if we can't see you. Thank you all for being with us as we connect in consciousness. My name is Judy Poteet, and I am your practitioner for the day. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones so that we may have an uninterrupted experience together. This meditation is a blend of spoken word, silence, accompanied by some beautiful music. It will last right around 20 minutes if I timed it right. Our theme for this month is living in the question. Sometimes living in the question can feel like living within uncertainty. It's uncomfortable and maybe even disturbing. Other times, especially when I'm asking the question, it can be a time of growth, exciting, challenging. Most people like having a path. I know I do. I like having answers. I like having a plan. So living in the question requires courage, faith, and openness, because answers are unknown, and we may need to act from faith. So when we're willing to live in the question and stop trying to know what we don't know at this time, we're choosing to pay attention to what is happening now. It is a time for mindfulness, becoming curious, and willing to discover rather than to know. It is then that we relax the reins of control and let life show us the way. Living in the question is a place and a time for possibilities, for opportunities. So let's enter a time of meditation, of contemplation about this idea of living in the question. I invite you to relax and focus on your breathing. Be attentive in this moment, recognizing that the air that you're breathing is God, the very breath of God. It is the divine breath of Source. Allow yourself to sit quietly and at ease. Allow your body to relax. You might want to close your eyes or soften your gaze by looking down, if you haven't already. Feel the support of your chair and the protection of this space. Continue to relax as you observe and focus on your breath, allowing it to flow naturally as you inhale and exhale, feeling the gratitude for each breath of life. Bring your awareness to your heart space. Be aware of your heart beating, pulsing, filling with love, with peace, compassion, harmony, and joy. Bring to mind something that inspires gratitude, someone or something you appreciate, someone or something that you care about. It might even be an accomplishment that you have made. Imagine a golden light of caring and compassion filling your heart space. A warm, flowing golden light. Allow this light to expand, moving into your entire torso. As this light expands, it shares the wisdom of the heart, the intuition, the compassion, the empathy, and everything that is the nature of heart intelligence. Continue to expand this golden love light to infuse your entire body, filling your head, your arms, your fingers, your legs, and all the way down to your toes. It might even expand beyond your body, your physical body. Notice the powerful love intelligence generating from your heart. Imagine this golden glow lovingly bathing every cell of your body. And with that powerful creative love intelligence, lovingly knowing that with your very existence, you are inherently giving glory to God. As we continue to relax in this warm, loving glow of heart intelligence, notice what comes to your mind. What thoughts are emerging? Notice them without judgment. Simply observe. And ask yourself, what do I need to know? What do I need to know in this situation? And then listen deeply with your heart, without judgment. Remain fully present with that golden glow of light while listening to the wisdom of your heart. Be willing to open to new ideas as you ask yourself, what is the best outcome if I follow my dreams? What if I follow my dreams? What quality shall I cultivate to shift any circumstances in which I find myself? What quality shall I cultivate? What skills am I being called to develop? What skills? What would love have me be or do here? Is there anything or anyone I need to forgive? Is there some generosity of the heart that I must express? Where can I be more grateful? Where is compassion needed? Where do I need to bring compassion? Where can I share more love? By asking these questions and listening to the wisdom of your heart, you may find yourself a little uncomfortable living in the question while stepping into the unknown to answer a calling, to find a solution, and then new ideas, answers, solutions pop up into your mind. Remembering to continue to remain mindfully present, curious, and open to possibilities. For God is guiding you to your highest good. Be bold enough to step out without knowing how things will end up, and trusting enough to break through the safety net you've created for yourself. After all, what if the question was actually the answer? What if it is time to be curious, innovative, creative, and willing to explore? Continuing to remember that whatever the question is, love is the answer. I invite you to take a few deep breaths and consciously return your awareness to this room, this time. Become aware of the chair that you're sitting on that's supporting you. You might want to move your arms or legs and consciously rejoin the world while keeping your inner awareness of your heart intelligence. This connection to all exists. Continue to ask meaningful questions, remaining curious and open to the possibilities. God is guiding your path. Be courageous and take the first step, even if you do not know the entire plan. When you're living in the question, you're becoming more of yourself by allowing your belief to be your guiding light. Living in the question is a space of possibilities, of opportunities. Namaste. This concludes today's meditation. Thank you for being with us in spiritual practice. Our celebration begins in about 10 minutes. See you there. Bye.
Love, 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 love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. set us free. Love is the answer. Name your price, ticket to paradise.
I can't take it anymore.
I've looked high and low. I've been shore to shore to shore.
If there's a shortcut, I'd have found it. But there's no easy way around it. Light up the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer.
When you feel afraid,
Love one another.
when you've lost your way,
Love one another. When you're all alone, love one another.
when you're far from home,
Love, we got to love. We got to love. Light up the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Light up the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer.
I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the sky will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how we toss the dice, it has to be. The only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how we toss the dice, it has to be. The only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together. So happy together. So happy together. So happy together.
Something's calling me.
It was like something was calling me and pulling me into a different direction. And then I found Center for Spiritual Living Greater Las Vegas. My relationship with the center has shown me a deeper realization of God and how this indwelling presence guides, sustains, and directs me in every capacity and every experience in my life. As I continue to study the teachings of these great mystics and sages, I will find more love, peace, and a general sense of universal good and harmony in my life.
Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before.
Is something calling you?
Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real with Reverend Laura. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real with Reverend Laura.
This is Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas. At CSL Greater Las Vegas, it is our mission to inspire spiritual discovery through community connection, exploration, and celebration. This mission supports the all-inclusive vision of Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide, in which we envision a world that works for everyone and all of creation.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Laura, and it is my pleasure to be here. Looks like the wind might have kept some people away today, but we're going to have a great time anyway. It's a beautiful, glorious day, so Feliz Cinco de Mayo, mis amigos. And for those of you that might have been here with us yesterday, I hope the 4th was with you all day long on our May the 4th. So we had our first World Labyrinth Day walk yesterday. It was really phenomenal to be walking for peace. Let's see how's it. It was walk at one as one, and so we walked. We were in the 17th hour of a worldwide global labyrinth walk. So it was exciting to be part of that. So we're happy to have you all here. I'm glad to see so many people that I've seen before and so many new faces showing up today. And I'm especially happy for those faces I can't see. So if you would, turn around and wave at the people who are joining us online today. We are so grateful to have our online audience with us as well. For those of you that, if you have a day like today when you don't want to drive in the wind, you can always catch us on our YouTube channel. We broadcast everything that we do on YouTube. The World Labyrinth Day walk was broadcast yesterday too, so if you're interested in seeing what that looks like, go ahead and check out our YouTube channel. It's CSLGLV Media on YouTube. All right, we're going to kick it off with a little energy today. Energy of God. If you would, stand up, please, and join us in singing. The words will be on the screen.
everybody. Please greet your neighbor at this time if you're comfortable.
So before we get started this morning, I've heard from a few people that you have a little trouble seeing the slides on the screen because you're in the back and you've got people's heads in your way. We're working on that, solving that problem. We've already decided how we're going to fix that by putting some mounted TVs on the back. But in the meantime, there's lots of empty seats up front. So you're welcome to come on up if you're having trouble seeing, because I got some good stuff on the slides today. So I'm just saying, there's, I see a whole row up here, plus, half a row behind it. So if you're wanting to see a little bit better, come on forward. All right, we're going to shift into our more contemplative time today with our practitioner of the day, Judy Petit, giving us our affirmation, which is written by practitioner Valerie Weiner this month, and then our invocation. And I think, what are we singing, Justin?
I need to be still.
Oh, my favorite. I need to be still. All right.
Good morning. It's not up there yet.
There it is.
Oh, now it is. Okay. All right. So please join me in saying this morning's invocation. I'll read it once, and then all of us will read it together the second time. I open my mind, heart, and soul to the infinite possibilities of my ever-unfolding life. Together, I open my mind, heart, and soul to the infinite possibilities of my ever-unfolding life.
I need to be still and
let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me. When this old world starts to push and shove me, I need to be still and let God love me. Please join me now. I need to relax, let God take over. I need to relax, let God take over, and take this load off of my shoulders. I need to relax, let God take over.
As I take this moment to be still and recognize the presence of God, to be aware of that presence of the infinite, the presence of grace. In this moment, there is nothing but the profound love that is the source of all life. The love that is the givingness of God, the grace of God. It's right here, right now, permeating every atom, every thought, every being. I am awed and inspired, knowing that I am truly one with this magnificent, one with God, one with all. I recognize and know that God leads my way, and that I am an expression of the divine. God lives and moves and expresses through me. I'm grateful for this time of connecting with Spirit in a greater way, a time of connecting with each other, a time of expanding my awareness of my heart, of love, of peace, of joy. I bless this service and everyone connected with it in any way, whether in this room or watching online. I know we are creating a vibrant world that works for everyone, and so it is.
All right, please join me now. I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me. When this old world starts to push and shove me, I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me.
Thank you, Judy, and thank you, Justin. As I said, that's one of my favorite songs. How many of you find it easy to be still and let God love you? Anybody? How many of you find it easy to relax and let God take over? We're going to be talking about that a lot this month. Our theme for May is living in the question. This is all about not not having that strong need to control everything, and to actually be in the situation that's in and look for what's available to us in that. My talk title for today is Embracing the Mystery, but as I was working with it this week, it was really all about the questions. Everything was about the questions that we have. And in fact, it was really funny. Yesterday, Judy came and told me that the reading in the Science of Mind magazine was, what if the question is the answer? What if the question is the answer? Yeah, can you imagine? You know. So I've been working with some concepts around questions and the quality of the questions that we ask in our lives. One of the people that I study is Joel Goldsmith, and he says this, and I couldn't find which book it's in, but it might be from one of his tape lectures that I've listened to, but he says that the quality of our life is determined by the quality of questions that we ask. So we ask questions from the state of consciousness that we are in the moment, in the situation. And so how many of you have ever asked a question like, why is this happening to me? It's a lot different than asking some of the other questions that we can ask in our lives. So there's this concept that Ernest talks about us being on this ever upward spiral of evolution, that our consciousness is constantly moving upward. And so we revisit situations, but we revisit them at a higher level of consciousness. I really like that idea, that we were constantly moving. And even if I have to face the same challenge again, I'm a little bit more advanced than that. How many of you have seen this graphic? I tried to find it yesterday, but couldn't online. But I've seen it on Facebook a lot of times, where it's one person's path of spiritual evolution, and it's going just like this, perfectly, right? And then there's my path of spiritual evolution, which is like this. You know? That's what I think of spiritual evolution as. It's not this perfect spiral where we always are moving upward. I think of it more as 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Because we constantly revisit things, and wherever we are and how we react to that situation determines how we're going to respond to it in what level of consciousness we're going to be responding to it in. So the questions that we ask are based on our level of consciousness that we're experiencing right now. So this whole thing with the level of consciousness, in our movement, we talk about 4 stages of spiritual development. This idea, I first found it in the work of Joel Goldsmith. And he was doing his writings in the 40s and 50s. A lot of it's based on the Bible, but it's also based on other spiritual texts. And so I found this idea in there. He didn't name them, the stages, and he didn't say there were 4 stages, but you could definitely see the pattern of it moving through his writing as he was doing it. Then I was taking classes here at our center. I took a class called Financial Freedom. And in Financial Freedom, it's based on the work of Marcia Sutton and Lloyd Strom. And they developed this body of work called Fear to Faith. And in the Fear to Faith body of work, they actually labeled these 4 stages of spiritual consciousness. They called them the to me, by me, through me, and as me stages. And then Michael Beckwith, a few years later, is doing his work on visioning and writing his visioning book and workshops and so forth. And he actually gave them these names: the victim consciousness, which everybody loves that name, right? Manifestor consciousness, channel consciousness, and unitive consciousness, or oneness. And so it doesn't matter really what you call them, but these are the stages that we move through throughout our lives. Now, it would be lovely to say, I have mastered victim consciousness and I am never going to experience it again. But it doesn't happen that way. This morning as I'm driving in on the freeway, I was on I-15, I went through all 4 stages of spiritual development. I'm driving along, and I love I-15 on Sunday mornings. It is a fabulous thing to drive on Sunday mornings. There's not usually much traffic, and people are pretty mellow, Sunday drivers. We're out having our thing, doing our thing. And this guy comes whipping around, right? I see him in the rear view mirror, and he's whipping in and out of the traffic, moving back and forth. I shouldn't say guy. I really don't know what it was. They works for me. Could have been a man, a woman, I don't know. Because they were going so fast, I couldn't tell. Anyway, they whip in front of me, and I have to slam on my brakes. And in that moment, I hit that first stage of spiritual development. Why is this guy doing this to me? Why is he cutting me off? Why is this happening? And then I quickly went into, well, he must be in a hurry. He must have something to get to. Must be something on his mind. I'm just going to bless him on his way. Okay, got through that second stage of spiritual development. And then I went into, well, let's be grateful that I am moving through this and I didn't have it. It was no incident. I just had to hit my brakes. No problem. No worries at all. And then that was third stage of spiritual development. And then the last stage is I simply went back to something that passes through my head a lot. God is the mind of every driver on the road. God is the mind of the person in that car. So I know that everything is unfolding perfectly. All 4 stages of spiritual development in less than 1 minute. That's how it can happen in our lives. We can't get into a place where we're judging ourselves on being in a victim consciousness. We just need to recognize it and move out of it as fast as we possibly can. But the questions that we ask when we are in victim consciousness tell a lot about how we're experiencing it. They're very key to telling us that we're in victim consciousness. As I used before, why is this happening to me? Here's a few others. Why me? Oh God, why me? What did I do wrong? And I love this one. You might have heard it every once in a while. What did I do to cause that or create that? These are questions that will keep us stuck in that place. Can you feel the energy of those questions? Why is this happening to me? Just think of that as that energy that's involved in there. That is a very low level of consciousness energy. There is nothing empowering about why is this happening to me. There really isn't anything empowering about what did I do to create this either, although we think there is. As we are working with these questions, and as soon as we recognize that we are in that place, we can begin to move out of victim consciousness. And the way that we do that is first by engaging in self-assessment. What's going on here for me? What is going on? What's my part in this? We become conscious of the places within us where I feel like I'm being victimized. Because generally speaking, if I'm asking that kind of question, it's triggered an old feeling in me. It's triggered something that I might need to work on and heal a little bit in my life. So I look at the places where I felt victimized before and see how there's related to this situation. The next thing that we have to do is we have to give up blame. We can't blame the other person, and more importantly, we can't blame ourselves. It is what it is. It happened, we move on. We learn from it, and we grow from it. And then the third thing, which everybody's favorite, practice forgiveness as a way of life. If you are blaming yourself, if you feel like you've done something wrong, forgive yourself. If you can make forgiveness your instant response to that victim consciousness feeling, your life is going to change dramatically and quickly. And then the last thing we do is we ask quality questions. Remember, the quality of our questions determines the quality of our life. So, I had a slide on that one, okay. Sorry. So in the manifestor consciousness, the by me stage, this is where we're making things happen. And this is where we can ask those really good quality questions. What is here for me to know? I've experienced this situation. What is here for me to know in it? What do I need to shift within myself, within my consciousness, within my thinking to change this situation? How am I called to grow from it? Something has happened, it's occurred in my life. Where is my next level of evolution in this situation? And most importantly, what do I need to forgive? Forgiveness will take you out of that victim consciousness into that manifestor consciousness. I remember reading Desmond Tutu and his wife Info's book on the Book of Forgiving. And the transformation that happened in people's lives when they learned how to forgive themselves and when they had a place to identify people that they could then forgive was shocking to me. It was such a powerful example. He talks a lot about the apartheid in South Africa and the Reconciliation Commission that he chaired there and the work that they did, where people had to come up and tell their story. The people that had been the abusers came up and told their story, and the people who had been victims came and told their story. And it gave both sides a place to heal. Because even if they were the abusers, there was something that needed to heal within them. One of the most powerful stories in there is about a little girl. She and her brother watched people beat their father, and then set him on fire. And, I can't imagine anything more horrific than to be a child and watch that happen. And she's standing in front of the Reconciliation Commission, and she says, I need to know who did this. I need to know this because I need to know who to forgive. It wasn't who to blame, but she needed to know who to forgive so that she could move on, so that she could heal that part of herself. Talk about moving from a victim consciousness into an empowered consciousness. To simply move through that act that way. Powerful book. I highly recommend that you read it if you want to. So, what is the energy of these questions? Think about that as you say those questions yourself. What do I need to know in this situation? Feels a lot better than, why is this happening to me? How am I called to grow? Feels a lot better than, why did they do this to me? As we begin to shift those questions, we begin to uplift our consciousness, up-level our consciousness. Now, to move into the channel consciousness, we begin to have those experiences where we are feeling spirit moving through us. In the manifestor consciousness, we're making things happen. When I ask these questions, what's here for me to know, I get an answer, and that gives me a place to take action. And so I can begin to change my life by asking those kind of questions. When I forgive somebody, I take action, and I begin to release the stuff that's holding me back through the process of forgiveness. But when we go into the channel consciousness, again, it's more about allowing spirit to flow through us. I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let it move through me. I need to relax and let God take over. That's channel consciousness. There is a powerful good in the universe, and it uses me. And it's moving through me, and it's showing up as me in everything that I am and everything that I do. And so the questions that we ask there have to do with releasing things. As Beckwith says, and I've said this lots of times, all spiritual growth is about letting go. We are 100% spirit right now. We just need to let go of the things that block that idea from us. We need to let go of the limiting beliefs. We need to let go of the things that have held us back. The ideas of lack and limitation or unworthiness that have held us back. Let that stuff go. Just let it go. And then the next thing that we need to do is begin to practice gratitude. Where do I need to give thanks? What do I need to give thanks for? What am I grateful for that's happening in this situation? If you have something happen to you, and everybody has things that happen. As I said, this, within 1 minute of driving here, something happened. And when I look at it from a point of view of something happening to me as a victim, I can't get out of it until I move from that place of consciousness into a higher level. And so when I do that, then I can begin to open up to what's available to me. And then I can be grateful for it. Grateful for the insight. Grateful for the realization. Grateful for what's happening in my life right now. And beginning to focus my attention on gratitude is a powerful way to begin to do that. We're already pure spirit. We're already pure spirit. And we don't need to add anything to us. We just need to let go of the things that are blocking that view from us. So the last one, unitive consciousness questions. We don't have any. In unitive consciousness, we are one. The question is answered the moment it's given. What if the question is the answer? In unitive consciousness, there is nothing for us to know. We are totally at one with spirit. Now, I have to say that for most of us, the unitive consciousness is very brief. We have glimpses of it. For me, it usually happens in meditation or in a place where I've gotten myself really still and I can feel that presence and I feel one with it. I have the feeling of the boundaries of my body dissolving and I'm merging in with spirit. Things like that happen. Great insight comes to me when I'm in that unitive consciousness, but they're very brief for me. I think even the masters, Joe Goldsmith, used to sit in meditation for 10 to 12 hours a day, but he said that he had 4 or 5 seconds of connection with spirit, 4 or 5 seconds at a time. And if he could expand it to 10 seconds, he was overjoyed. So those moments for unitive consciousness are very brief, and they're so powerful. They are life-transformative moments when they happen in our lives. In unitive consciousness, all of the answers are known before your question is even formed. So there aren't any questions that you need to ask. So this is from Michael Beckwith's audio series. He had this before he wrote his book on life visioning. He had this wonderful audio series, and I listened to the whole thing and took notes. And he said, asking quality questions will keep us moving in the direction of spiritual discernment and embodiment of spiritual truth. As we begin to change the kind of questions that we ask, we begin to uplift our consciousness, and it moves us forward on that upward spiral of evolution, as Ernest said. This is really our key work in life, is to begin to shift from one level of consciousness to the other. And again, doing this through our questioning is a really powerful way that we can begin to eliminate a lot of those things. If we ask really good quality questions, we can get to the root of those hidden beliefs, those ideas of lack and limitation and things that have held us back for many, many years, if we ask the quality questions. But if we sit in that place of being a victim to it, then we don't move out of that. And so as we are on our path of ever spiraling upward evolution, we begin to shift how we look at the situations in our lives. And then, was it Wayne Dyer said, change the way you look at things and the things you look at change? Yeah. So as we begin to look at a situation differently from a higher level of consciousness, the situation looks different. And therefore our response to it is different. And therefore the solution is easier to find for us. And so it's always this opportunity for us to look within and find the answers that we need. As I was looking up quotes from this, for this talk, I kept coming back to this book by Ernest, Living Without Fear, and I thought, well, this is really appropriate here. So in Living Without Fear, he says this, the infinite mind must contain an answer to every legitimate question. You could place legitimate with quality question. The infinite mind is not going to have an answer about why did this happen to me. It doesn't believe anything happened to you. It doesn't see you as a victim. It sees you as the perfection that it is. And so if we're asking legitimate questions, then the answers are going to be available. If I ask the question, how am I to grow in this situation, the answer is going to come to me. Lots of different ways. It comes to people in different ways, but the answers will come. If we are quiet enough and still enough and intentional enough about it, the answers will come to us in the silence of our own mind. The last chapter of this book is called An Answer to Every Problem. An answer to every problem. Spirit has an answer to every single problem that we have out there. We just need to ask the right questions to move through it. I love this quote here. This is at the end of that chapter. He says, the riddle of the universe is a paradox. The question is its own answer. For the mind that asks the question is also the mind that answers it. When we ask those important quality questions of ourselves, and we are quiet and listen, we are going to hear that voice. Now that voice is going to come through this mind, whether you have a capital M or a lowercase m with it. There is only this one mind. And the answers are available to us at all times through that one mind, through that consciousness. And as we do our spiritual practices and connect with it in consciousness, the answers are available. The question is its own answer. I truly believe that the question is much more powerful than the answer. I think when we can get to a state of spiritual discernment where we can ask a question, like those quality questions that I talked about, that take us out of that victim state of consciousness, then the answers are readily available. They just pop out. They just pop out. come to us very quickly. I know in my own practice, my own spiritual practice, I start each day with a question. I start each spiritual practice with a question. Generally, my question is, what do I need to know today? It's an open-ended question. It's certainly not a victim consciousness question. Probably more in the manifester kind of question, but it can also be in the channel question too. What do I need to know? And Spirit always responds. I'm sometimes amazed at how quickly it responds to me through there. Figure out what your state of mind is. Figure out what level of consciousness you are asking those questions from. If there is an icky energy about it, my suggestion is that you move up higher in the level of consciousness and change that question around. Shift it around to something that feels uplifting and empowering instead of something that's going to keep you stuck in the situation. We all have challenges in our lives. Some of them are as minor as somebody speeding on the freeway, and some of them are life-challenging with our health and finances and relationships and all of those things that can be a little more traumatic. But the solution is the same. Shift the questions that we ask, and our answers will come through much easier, much more clearly, and much more readily for us. All right, let's take this into prayer. I invite our spiritual practitioners to stand, surround us with their consciousness, holding us. They hold us in prayer throughout the week, and it is a blessing to work with these beloveds. Looks like we have about half of them with us today, so that's wonderful. I appreciate your service. Justin isn't standing, but he's one of our practitioners also. It's hard to play the piano and stand, though, isn't it? I'd find it hard to do either one. All right, I just invite you to settle into this moment. If it works for you, close your eyes. I can't seem to pray without my eyes closed, but take in a nice breath. Feel that breath move into your body, centering you, grounding you. Notice the chair beneath you supporting you. You are safe and centered and grounded and protected right here and right now. All is well. And so in this attitude of peace and love and tranquility, I simply recognize that there is only one power, one presence, one divine creative love intelligence that has brought forth everything into existence so that it could experience life through each one of us. I know this presence as peace, and love, and joy, and balance. I know that this presence is always readily available to move into action into our lives. I know that it is flowing through us continuously and showing up as us in all that we are and all that we do. Because I know there's only one, I know that I am one with it. That creative love intelligence brought me into existence, creating me in its own image and likeness, and endowed me with all that it is. And as I know this is true for me, I know this is true for everyone. For we are all each that perfect emanation of a great and glorious love. And so knowing this, I simply speak my word of truth. I know that right now each one of us is on an ever upward spiraling journey of evolution, that our souls are unfolding in perfection and under grace. I know that each moment of each day is an opportunity for us to move further on that spiral, to clear away any limiting beliefs, any doubt or worry or fear, and just let that stuff go so that we can be more of that presence of the one, so that we feel it more easily, so that we see it more readily, and so that we experience it more frequently in our lives. I know that each one of us is blessed to be that perfect incarnation of the one. And I know that it is a blessing to our entire world. And I just give great thanks for this knowing. I'm so grateful to feel it, to see it, to experience it in everything that I am and everything that I do. And so I release this word into the law, into that creative mind that knows no lack or limitation, that is always unfolding for the highest and greatest good of all. I let it go and I let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Beautiful, thank you. And I just want to give a special acknowledgement to our music director, Justin. I just give him a hand, would you, folks? You know, for the last 3 years, he has done a phenomenal, well, actually probably the last 10 years, but my experience of him has been the last 3 more than anything else. He's done a phenomenal job of keeping us going, and we are now at the point in our organization where we can increase our musical artists into 2 a month. So starting in the summer, we'll be having 2 guest artists coming in. Some of our old favorites are going to come back, and some new faces we've never seen before. So thank you, Justin, for all your work.
Thank you.
You get that arranged.
Thank you.
We're so excited. And so now is a time where you have an opportunity to support our center through your donations. We have lots of ways you can give. Electronically, we have Zelle, text to give, and our online giving through our website. And we're grateful to receive any cash or check donations here today. If you would, just hold your offering over your heart. If you've already given or you're going to give later or just thinking about giving, go ahead and put your hands over your heart too, because we know it's all a blessing to us. And if you would, just repeat after me. This gift I give.
This gift I give
Goes forth from me.
goes forth from me,
Does amazing and miraculous things.
does amazing and miraculous things,
And returns to me in kind.
and returns to me in kind,
Pressed down and overflowing.
pressed down and overflowing.
And so it is.
So it is.
Circulation. We have movements if you want to stand.
Yeah, movement.
Circulation. We love this song.
Circulation, circulation, like the water raining down to grow the flowers up through the ground. Circulation, circulation, the universe you give into will multiply it and send it back to you. Circulation, circulation, like the water raining down to grow the flowers up through the ground. Circulation, circulation, the universe you give into will multiply it and send it back to you. Circulation, circulation, like the water raining down to grow the flowers up through the ground. Circulation, circulation, the universe you give into will multiply it and send it back to you. Circulation, circulation, like the waters raining down to grow the flowers up through the ground. Circulation, circulation, the universe you give into will multiply it and send it back to you. Circulation.
And what a blessing it is to receive all of these gifts and offerings, knowing that our center is truly blessed by it, and the work that we do in this community and beyond is absolutely magnified and enhanced by everything that is done here today through the consciousness, through the love, and through the generosity of all. We are blessed, and so it is.
So it is.
We have a few announcements today. I invite Kelly Marshall to start that off. You got your stuff? More stuff. You want to press?
Sure. We'll try again. You know
We'll
how
try it
is.
again.
You'll know how it is. Well, the first thing I want to say standing up here today is we have a lot going on. There's a lot of things happening. We can't possibly pack all of them into our announcements. So there is a flyer in the back with Kaylee on the table. If you'd like to take home something to keep handy that lists everything that we've got going on over the next few weeks. And again, we're here to answer your questions if you need anything. So let's get started. Today is the last day to purchase flowers in support of the Teen Camp fundraiser for Mother's Day. Kaylee will be here in the back to take your orders today. You can also order online, and if you would like to make a donation without purchasing flowers, of course, we would welcome that too. We do have 4 that we're sending to camp, including our advisor, Tina, who's been going with the kids for quite a few years now, and they are really looking forward to heading up to Oregon in June. New member orientation. These are always such a blessing to attend as a practitioner and current member. And I like to think that people who attend these are enjoying themselves as well. This is how we teach you and show you how we do what we do, why we do it, what membership in CSLGLV is, what you can expect from the center, and what the center expects from you. You certainly don't have to commit to becoming a member at that time. That choice is purely yours, but we do welcome you to set aside some time on Sunday, June 2nd from 12 to 2 to join Reverend Laura and some practitioners and members here to support you in learning about everything that happens here and why we all choose to do it. Next up, Junebug starts this coming Saturday. Joined Dr. Reed in the lobby after service today to answer any questions you may have. He does have some t-shirts and some books available for cash purchase. He will be facilitating a 3-part workshop for us, exploring the life of a young person in 1956 Mississippi as he navigates the loss of his mother and his struggles with racial discrimination, all from his book, Junebug. So we invite you today to register for that if you haven't had a chance. I took a look at the folks who've signed up this morning, and it's going to be a dynamic and interesting group to participate with. Oh, I'm missing a slide, Reverend Laura.
Keep going. That was just the notes about June.
Oh, did I miss something?
Well, you might want to say them.
There's a special one in here. So yes, so we will, by participating in this workshop with Dr. Reed, will be an opportunity to help you broaden your spirituality, help you share your story with your family and friends, and will help you shake hands with your future. So that's a very interesting way to look at that. Next up, you might remember last spring when we collected new socks about a year ago. And as part of a community service project to benefit a local outreach organization with providing these donated items to local homeless populations, we've decided to participate in it again. We had such an amazing response last year and were able to donate hundreds of pairs of new socks. It is a wonderful way to give, and we invite you to bring your donations of new socks to the center on Sundays through Father's Day, June 16th. And there we go. Next, I'd like to invite up Alice Lafier to talk to us a little bit about Gourmets for God. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Alice Lapier, and I'm here to talk to you about Gourmet for Gods. And if you want to, you can host and sponsor an event, and you can have it with friends. And if you want to get together with friends and participate with that. And then it's we've had some of the very good events, and Cindy and I had it. We did a Italian night, and we did a fiesta, a Mexican fiesta, and it was so much fun. And you can make it what you choose. It's like if you want to go and go to a restaurant or a park, or just get together with friends and host it. And then also if you are interested being a host, Scott and I will be back in the back after service, and we want to let you know we have extended our cutoff date up till May 19th. And you know, it's really a lot of fun. I'm not going to read this. I'm not going to say, but I've had so much experience with going to other people's events, and we had the events. But you know what? It is a lot of fun. You can get together with people from our church or other people. You can meet new people. It's really a lot of fun. Just know that you can create anything you want. If you want to do anything, you can do it. So that's it. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done.
Thank you, Alice. That was beautiful. And she's right. We can do anything. We can create any kind of thing that you want. The Leadership Council was just having an email exchange yesterday about us sponsoring a bingo night, and then we decided that we were going to make foods that started with the letters of bingo. And somebody said, well, what could we possibly do? And I said, bacon-wrapped Brussels sprout brownies. You know? May wind up getting something like that. But anything goes here, so really. And if you want to use the center, just let us know. We'll get that booked on there for you. Right now, we're pretty open during the summer. Daytime is not as much. You know, we have workshops and things like that, a few times going on through the summer. But other than that, we've got plenty of space for here to do. We have plenty of tables. We have these lovely chairs. You know, you have to bring the food in because we don't have a kitchen you can cook in, which is perfectly good. But we do have coffee pots and things like that, so you're welcome to do your coffee and things like that here. But you know, you can set it up anywhere: parks, restaurants, your home, whatever you want to do. I've seen a few things coming in so far. I told you about the ones I'm going to do. I did like the one about Cards Against Humanity. I thought, oh, that's fun. We played that in ministerial school. We decided that ministers could only play it with other ministers, though. Anyway, I was supposed to say something, Kelly, and I totally forgot.
You're supposed to talk about classes and workshops.
Classes and workshops. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank God I have good people behind me. We have a lot of exciting classes and workshops starting in May and June. So please check out your e-blast. Check out the beautiful signs that were just put up around the center this week for all of the information. We have a bulletin board right outside of the office. We have signs under the TV and signs over here by the bathroom. Everything is available on our website, which is being currently rebuilt right now, but everything's up there and updated, and you can find out all that information in your e-blast. And you can always welcome to call the center, too, if you want to know out more information. All right, let's stand, would you? And let's do our little closing
Stacking chairs.
affirmation. We are going to have prayer available after service for those of you that might want to have a personal spiritual mind treatment right over here. And we are doing an experience on Wednesday that's going to involve the labyrinth, so we would like help in stacking our chairs if you are physically able to do that. We would appreciate that. They just stack and go to the sides there. All right, if you would, repeat after me. There is an intelligence in me.
There is an intelligence in me
Which knows the answer to every question.
which knows the answer to every question.
Nothing is unknown to this mind.
Nothing is unknown to this mind.
This mind is my mind.
This mind is my mind.
It is now working in me,
It is now working in me,
through me,
through me,
and as me.
as me.
I am one with this mind,
I am one with this mind,
for I am a center for spiritual living.
for I am the center for spiritual
And so it
living.
is.
So
Justin,
it is.
a little use me.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do.
All right, sing it up now.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Have a lovely week, everybody.